Welcome to this introduction to Southgate, which describes two financial opportunities for entrepreneurs with Singaporean experience in the food services industry. You won't find in Perth a Maxwell Road, a Newton Circus or an East Coast, and there's sure no Lo Pasar here. But Australians do love Asian food, you can rely on it. So come and help us develop that opportunity right here where these major highways intersect at the Southgate Forum. We're recreating an Asian-style hawker centre and food court. To make things easy, Perth's on the same timeline, less than 5 hours from Singapore, and drives on the correct side of the road. And as our fast food franchise neighbours know, being there in the food service business as well, an enormous volume of passing trade creates the potential for fast brand identity recognition. And the fact is, we're just 5 minutes from the most densely populated urban area in the whole of Perth. It's a huge market of people, and all hungry for a less American dining experience. Here in Boomtown, Perth, the people are cosmopolitan and love to eat out, and the Singaporean business model is ready for implant. But with nothing at all like the intense competition of more than 100 hawkers centres, Southgate provides an outstanding opportunity available to exploit. That's why Singaporean businessman David Lim at the Southgate Forum is also initiating an Asian food festival, with the inaugural event to take place in 2014. And it's literally in the backyard, in the open air and on the banks of the Swan River. This event will create international interest, and it's sure to attract a lot of media attention as well. It should be considered quite separately from a business at the food court. The most recent event to take place there in November 2013 was a four-wheel drive and adventure show. With thousands of people attending by car, where do they all park? Incredibly, this is no problem. The organisers hire from the council large areas of the wide riverbank for parking, and it's just 5 minutes walk from the event. The importance of this single feature to encourage customers to attend simply can't be underestimated in Perth. Car ownership is cheap, and everyone drives, even short distances. In Australia, 75 people in 100 own a car, compared with 12 in Singapore. Because there's no certificate of entitlement, it costs Australian owners less than 500 Singapore dollars per year for a licence. So it's not hard to see why cars are king in Australia and why parking space is highly prized. People attending our Asian Food Fair event may even be lucky enough to get a spot right outside, in the parking area for the Southgate Forum. Here you can see just a tiny part of the huge area available for the Asian food event, currently taken up by the recent four-wheel drive show. The majority of the exhibition pavilions are hidden by the vast canopy of shady trees. So let's go inside and see how it's laid out. Aussies are relaxed about life, and there's plenty of money to spend on holidays and cars. There's some pretty interesting vehicles on display, and of course there's some entertainment. Obviously some tough driving conditions in Outback WA. Food's available too, of course, but some Singaporean know-how could make eating outdoors a whole new success story for canny operators. At event time, everything can be hired in, from play equipment for the children to huge tents. And because the event is alongside the river, even water skiing could be part of the entertainment. Importantly, large numbers of Singaporeans already visit Perth, and there's evidence that it's increasing. The head of new budget airline Scoot, Campbell Wilson, had this to say: "We've been overwhelmed by the response, so much so that we're adding extra flights to cater to demand. It reaffirms our belief in Singaporeans' love for Western Australia," unquote. So for Southgate Hawkers Centre operators, that translates into lots of tourist bus visits, and another reason for more customers through the door throughout the year. Tourism increasing from Asia in general also promises an outstanding attendance at the Asian Food Show planned for 2014. Because the space for this event has one boundary by the river and the other alongside the South Bank building parking lot, will become a ready access home base for everyone taking part at event time. There's already Perth's own Kopi Roti, which will make you feel right at home if you like the coffee at Singapore's Kopitiam. The local bicycle club are caffeine connoisseurs, and they order mug after their big ride every Saturday morning. There's even free parking for their vehicles. There's already a wide variety of merchants, all attracting customer traffic to Southgate. There's the hugely popular bike shop, of course, and then there's a large hardware store. Home renovation and do-it-yourself maintenance is a national pastime. And this shop has a spacious area for merchandise. There's a wellness clinic specialising in trusted remedies and complementary therapies. This clinic is also licensed to teach diploma-level students. The shop front is staffed with a friendly healthcare professional. Upstairs there's offices. This one belongs to an Australian engineering firm which provides professional services to industrial and resource industries around the world. They're the respected partner for some of the world's foremost companies. At the back of the building there's one of the leading gyms in Perth, combining indoor health and fitness facilities together with fantastic classes and modern equipment in a friendly environment. Lots of tourists and locals alike enjoy to have a bet. The chairman of the Crown Casino, James Packer, said recently, "I'm a big believer in Perth. It's in an ideal position to capture the outbound tourism from Asia." And he's putting his money where his mouth is. Well, it's pretty good fortune for Southgate people that the site for his $665 million 25-storey Crown Perth Towers is just 5 minutes down the road from the site for our Asian Food Festival. 5 minutes from driver's wheel to roulette wheel. We've seen Singapore's tourism revenue double in the last 3 years, due in part to its luxury new attractions. It will happen in Perth as well, and with Southgate close by, here's a ground floor chance to be part of it all. And speaking of close by, when you come to Southgate to examine your business opportunity, there's accommodation just a few minutes walk away. So in summary, there are 2 opportunities to size up with Southgate. The first is, will you be here next year at the Asian Food Festival, planned for this luxury event space on the banks of the Swan, Perth's sparkling river? And the second is, how might you get started with inquiries about a business at the Southgate Hawkers Centre and Food Hall? We're inviting you now to put your Singaporean food experience and know-how to immediate good use and register your interest. Send an email with your contact details and some background in just a minute to the Managing Director, David Lim, for a quick response. And be ready to stir up some great revenue in Perth at the Southgate Forum.